Alright everybody, welcome back to another Driverless video. Here's Chris, and today we're going to be going over the Demon Realm race cards that were announced for set 16. So if you guys like the cards, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the set so far. What is your guys' favorite archetype that they have announced? So first and foremost, we'll go over the leader here. When this card attack, you search top 5. You should look up to the top 5 for a black evil wizard, black demon realm race, or black demon god added to your hand and shuffle, which is good because there are quite a few demon realm race cards. Just a few off the top of your head. You have the Toa super combo, and you have the Demigra 5-drop overrealm that you can search out of this as well. You also can search the Bobbity super combo. That used to be really popular for black. So just in case you wanted to search that, or if they add any more, you'll be able to use that card as well. When you have 4 life or less, or your opponent's leader is flipped up on its backside is facing up, basically meaning that the leader is awoken, you may draw 2 and add cards down from your life until you have 4 cards left. Then on this side, when this card attacks, you draw 1, pretty standard. Activate main, 1 black, play up to 1 black unison with no specific cost and 20k power from your drop area with a marker on it in rest mode. Obviously, we know that there's one in this archetype already, but there is another one that you can play as well. And then at the end of the turn, send that card to the owner's warp. Even if that card is in the drop area, because it's not saying it's in play, you still send it to the warp after the turn. So it's kind of like a unison overrealm in a sense. Activate battle once per turn. Spirit boost 1. This card gains 6k power for the battle, which is interesting. Just getting a free, basically a free 5k 6k combo off of just spirit boosting is not a terrible thing. So that's actually a pretty interesting ability there. So we have Dark King Mecha Gabora. This is the unison for the set. Has Empower 2. If you guys don't know what the Empower skill is, basically meaning when it replaces a unison of that color, it can carry up to 2 markers over it. So if you have a unison with 2 markers on it already, you can play this guy out for 1 and then gain 2 of those markers, taking it up to 3 for 1 energy. It's pretty cool. This card has 3 or fewer markers. It cannot attack. I guess that's fair. Just because it's the same thing with the Toa. Just because having a 20k on turn 1 is pretty nuts for a unison. So that makes it a little bit fair. Auto, when you play a Demon Realm race card using swap, you get to warp a 3 or less off of your opponent's field. It's pretty helpful. And activate main, choose 1 card in your hand, play it at the bottom of your deck, and draw 1. So the idea is that you can cycle with this. The main reason why you really will be playing this off of this effect is so you can fix your hand a little bit, but also so you can warp. You can warp something, right? That's kind of the whole idea. Just gives you some more plays for your swapping engines. So we have Demon God Gabora Umbral Mite. This is a 3-cost overrealm for 4. When this card's played, draw 1, and your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand, send it to the warp. This card's actually really bad as of right now. I see no reason of playing this for an overrealm. If they do create some form of 1-drop or 2-drop Gabora that has swap, and you can swap into this, that's pretty good. But playing this guy out for 3 energy is really bad, considering you can play out the 5-drop Demigra for 2 energy, and it draws you a card, warps something on board, and then every time it attacks, your opponent warps something from their hand, and it's a 30k. Just a better card. This card, as of right now, this card's just going to sit in the bulk section until we get some form of Gabora that we can use for swap. Demon God Toa Umbral Mite. This is a 15k dual attacker, which also has the X-Evolve skill for 2 energy, on top of a Toa that is 2 or less. This card is played. You draw 1, and your opponent opponent may choose up to 2 of their battle cards, or cards from their hand, and send them to the owner's warp. Opponent chooses 1 or fewer cards. You get to choose one of their unisons with the 4 markers or more and gain control over it. This is a very powerful ability, right? When this card can come down, replaces itself, and your opponent has to warp 2 cards from their hand, or you get to take their unison, that's very powerful. That is very, very powerful. This is a game-changing card for black. Thankfully, you can't overrealm it out. You have to either evolve it or play it using the swap ability. But this is an incredible card. definitely a great card for black and for Demon Realm specifically. Now this is the Toa that you can play it off of. It has a swap 3 effect, Spirit Boost 1, and you have the bottom deck a card from your hand, which is kind of the weird thing about this entire swap archetype. It is all based around Spirit Boost, and you have the bottom deck a card from your hand. Now every card that you do play out off of the swap effect so far draws you a card, but you're just not getting any hand advantage. You're just cycling cards at that point, right? This swaps into a 3 energy cost Toa, so any three energy cost Toa, doesn't have to be this one specifically, which is where a lot of future engines will come from, being able to swap into other cards. But when this card is played, you search top 3, add up to 1 Black Evil Wizard, Demon Realm Race, or Demon God, or a unison with no specific cost among them, and then place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Pretty good for a 2-drop. Now, we're not going to ever play this card out for 2 energy. There is another card, an older card from a different set where you can play this card out from your deck. Not going to really go over that card too much right now. We'll wait for the deck video, but I'm sure some of you know what that card is already. Another really good card is Demon God Poutine, Umbral Mite. This is a 15k blocker, 1 Overrealm, Dark Overrealm for 3. When this card's played, you get to play up to 1 Demon Realm Soldier token, which is the new token that Black has finally for just Black in general. And these are 5k battle cards with 5k combo with 5k combo power. Essentially a Cybermen token, right? Activate battle, choose one of your Demon Realm tokens, remove it from the game, draw 1, switch this card to active mode, and it gains 10k power for the battle, which is incredibly powerful. This can be used as a essentially basically a 25k dual attacker on offense. Swings once for 25k, swing a second time for 15k, and also draws a card, or you can use it for defensive purposes as well. This card doesn't have unique. A very cheap Overrealm cost, and its Dark Overrealm is incredible. This card is probably going to be one of the most expensive cards for Black coming out of this set. If this card does not get an SPR print, you're gonna want to buy off rip, buy 4 of these, because this card will be expensive, because Black is going to be very good this set. Now the 1-drop Poutine. You can swap into the 3-drop Poutine here. It is Spirit Boost 1. You bottom deck a card to play out to swap into a Black Poutine energy cost of 3. You play this guy, search top 3 for a Black Evil Wizard, Demon Realm, or Demon God, or a unison with no specific cost. And same thing as the Toa, place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Pretty cool card. Now we have Demon God Gravy, Umbral Mite. This is a Overrealm 3 for 2 energy. Dark Overrealm, when this card is played from your hand, it gains 5k and double strike. The Overrealm effect is cool. We will almost never play the Overrealm effect. Again, you're not paying 2 energy for a 25k double strike. It's pretty good, but again, paying 2 energy for an Overrealm card, we're going to use the Demigra is a better option anyways. But this card does have a swap effect, which you have the 1-drop Gravy Annihilation at hand. When this card, add 1 card from your life to your hand when this card attacks, it gains 11k power for the battle, basically making this a very powerful swap target. So you play this guy out on turn 1, you swing at them, you take a life, swing for 15, and then you swap instantly into the to the bigger guy, bottom deck a card, and you play this guy out from your hand, and now you have a 25k double strike. So you're swinging for 15 once, and 25k double strike for 1 energy. That is very powerful. We have some new Fin support, Evolutionary Premonition. It's a 2-drop Deflect Barrier 5k. When this card is played, draw 1. Activate main, Spirit Boost, Black Unison with a specific cost of 2 or more. You have 4 or more energy. Choose up to 1 Black Fin card with energy cost of 8 in your hand and play it on top of this card. So this is also going to be very good for future Fin stuff, which means this is just kind of a small hint of we're going to be getting more Fin support in the future anyways. But being able to go into the 8-drop, you can go into the current 8-drop that you have, or when you play it, I don't know if the effect actually will trigger. I have the deck. Might as well just read the card while I have it. I think you have to play that card out with a specific cost to actually get the effect. Let's see. So you have to actually Spirit Boost once off of the 2-drop to play the 8-drop from your hand. And when you play the 8-drop, you actually have to Spirit Boost again. But the card then choose all your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier and place them under your leader. So you technically can cheat this guy out for a 2 Spirit Boost cost, which is fine. You play a Unison that's pretty durable in the Fin deck anyways. So you'll be able to get the 8-drop out and be pretty successful with it. We have a 1-drop Attack of the Dark Empire. Search top 7, add up to 1 Black Evil Wizard, Demon Realm Race, or Demon God card among them to your hand. Or if you do not have a Unison in play, you can play out the Mecha Gabora or the Toa Unison with 1 marker on it from your deck. Or from top 7. This is the same card as the Negative Energy Explosion from the Sin archetype. I don't know if this card will actually be necessary to run, because your deck should be pretty heavy on Demon Realm Race stuff as it is. So you should just be able to play out the Poutine or something else and be able to draw cards. But this is a consideration. And then we have the best black card, I would think, in this entire reveal, excluding the Poutine, is Support of the Dark Empire. This is Black's finally. They have their free token negate. So every color has one of these. When you have 5 or less life, you can play it out for free, and it brings out a token that has a blocker effect for the turn, essentially being being able to stop 2 attacks. This card is extremely good. It's going to look really, really good full foil, and this is a common, thankfully. But this is going to be one of the more expensive commons. This is like when Gabora Ritual at Hand was printed, and that foil card's like $6 or $7, if not more. So this is going to be a great card. Thankfully, it's a common. Hopefully, we can get some foils of it. But so far, the black archetype for Demon Realm Race looks very good. Very excited to discuss a list for this deck once Deck Planet puts up their new updated cards. So we can go through a list for this, because I do have 2 particular different lists that I'm going to share with you guys that I think could be pretty menacing for people to play against. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.